Welcome to the 31st Annual Miracle Weekend, broadcasting live from BC Children's Hospital.
We're here this evening and all day tomorrow. We're going to take you inside this incredible facility that's truly built to heal.
And we'll be hearing some remarkable stories from children and their families who have been helped by BC Children's Hospital.
It's going to be a great weekend, so let's get started.
I'm here in the Tech Acute Care Centre with Dr. Kishore Mulpurri. He is the honorary physician chair of Miracle Weekend, and he is also an orthopedic surgeon who literally just ran out of surgery. You just wrapped up a hip surgery.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you.
You didn't change, like straight out of there.
Well, I wasn't sure if I was going to make the interview, but I'm glad I'm here.
Well, I understand the operation was a success, and so
Great success.
You were able to join us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk about the research that's done in your department and here at the Tech Acute Care Center.
Yeah, I mean, it is through really research that we advance the science, and through that we advance the care. And we're able to find some cures for the diseases that were not existent before. And it's also through research that we're actually able to show the world how to do things better, not just locally, but globally. There are a lot of research we do that has relevance not just in BC and beyond. Truly, some of the research, we're impacting every single child around the world.
You're doing some groundbreaking things here.
You know, I truly say I work with amazing colleagues around here that are constantly pushing the envelope and trying to find cure, trying to find better ways of dealing with things, trying to find efficiencies in the system, and all of that is through research.
We are so lucky that we have this world-class facility here in British Columbia.
It is truly amazing. I mean, this is, to me, if you ask me, it's a game changer. And for people like me that work here, we have all the tools, and we say we're surgeons, we like our tools. We have all the tools and toys that we need to actually do our job. For patients and families, this healing experience is truly amazing. And they have their own private rooms, and you know, it's truly a game changer, I would say. This is a remarkable facility, really thanks to the British Columbians for making this happen.
Well, this is my first time in here. It really is, it's beautiful to look at, but you're talking about the cutting edge equipment we now have, the more room we have for the families who have to stay here.
Yes, you know, in the past, that was a big thing for families, is that, you know, they needed a bit of privacy to deal with some of the tough times they're going through here. But now every single room, my son was here and he's had surgeries in the past, but you look through any of those rooms, you have beautiful views, you have amazing sort of a facility for children and families to sort of heal, and truly remarkable.
Well, that makes such a difference. It is such a difficult time for so many families who do come here.
Yes, I mean, you know, most people, if they come to the hospital, it's not a fun time to be here because they're dealing with some significant event in their life, and anything that we can make that experience better for them is what we're trying to do. And for that, this building, every bit of this building is so carefully planned, it's truly amazing.
Okay, Dr. Mulpurri, give your best pitch, 10-second pitch for people to donate.
10-second pitch is really, thank you for everything you do. You've done an amazing job of supporting, continue to support. It is through that we're able to make the advancements we make and care for all the children and families of British Columbia.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you taking the time.
All right, I'd like to introduce to anybody who hasn't met him, Dr. Kishore Mulpurri. He's the honorary physician chair of Miracle Weekend. He's a very, very busy pediatric orthopedic surgeon. That's a lot on your plate. Why are you involved with all of this? You must be so busy.
Well, it's really great to see the amount of support and encouragement we have from the community. You can see all of what you're seeing throughout the year, especially the last couple of days, is amazing amount of volunteer efforts from many people in the community, not one. You can see it from little kids to great-grandparents all being involved to help Children's Hospital. Truly amazing, inspiring.
As we watch these vignettes, these stories of these families and these children, what does it mean for you as somebody who's helping these people through the toughest periods in their lives to see after the fact the successes that you've achieved?
You know, I think it is really, really inspiring again. I mean, that's the word that I'd use a lot because I personally used this hospital and its hospital resources with my own children. And when you're on the other end, you appreciate way more, I think, what this healing experience is. And it allows us to do stuff that we normally can't do. Normal grant that we get from the government allows us to provide the basic care. But the stuff and the programs and the research we're able to do above and beyond is through the generosity and the support that we get from the community.
And we are here for that generosity, for that support, which we appreciate so, so much. You know better than just about anybody the impact that the money being donated this weekend has. Can you tell us a little bit about that, about your experience with this weekend and what it does?
Yeah, I know. I can give one specific example. We have a program called Provincial Program for Hip Surveillance for Children with Hip Dysplasia or Dislocation of the Hip. This is the only program in North America. Ever since we instituted this program 3 years ago, we have not had a single dislocated hip, which is comparable to the top programs in Sweden and Australia that have been doing it for 20 years. So all it takes is an effort and generosity from the people, the foundation, the hospital coming together and making it happen. So really every dollar that's donated really goes to make a huge difference. And for us to be the best we can, not for children and families of British Columbia, but truly around the world.
And British Columbia has been so supportive for so many years. Thank you, Dr. Mulpurri.
Thank you very much.
He was suffering from asthma, and he also had a cold, which was what brought the asthma on. He woke up in the wee hours of the morning, and we gave him a whole bunch of shots of his puffer to try to see if we can help him out. And it was about 3 a.m. when we got to Children's Hospital. We got up to the counter. While we were standing there, he collapsed, and I yelled out for help. A fellow came, grabbed him with one arm, and a whole bunch of people showed up, and they started CPR on him right away. There's no pulse, and he's not breathing. And once that started to happen, I realized I had to phone Rachel right away.
I was sort of expecting to be like, okay, yeah, we're in the room now and we're getting treated. And then for him to say that, and they're trying to get his heart started again, it definitely scary.
It took about 15 minutes of resuscitation, and then first going into the ICU was such a shock to see him hooked up to so many machines.
The first thing that I noticed was his chest was rising so high because they had him hooked up to an oxygen machine, and the machine was breathing for him. When he left, he was Colton, and then it's just terrifying seeing your child like that. And it never crossed my mind that he had lost oxygen and would have a brain injury.
The brain is quite dependent on supply of oxygen and sugar, glucose, and if it's deprived of either for more than 3 to 5 minutes, you can start to see some effects similar to a stroke.
He lost his speech, he started losing his vision, and then, the paralysis set in on, especially on his left side. He lost the ability to walk and everything, and then it was like all of a sudden he couldn't do anything anymore.
Once he was well enough and the asthma was gone, and they transferred him over to Sunny Hill to start his rehabilitation there. Each therapist would see him once a day and start working on just the simple things of getting him out of bed into a wheelchair.
He started to blossom really fast.
And just, a sense of relief, maybe, just maybe he'll be who he was before.
Ready for some more? Here it comes.
On a daily basis, he could do something different, and he was regaining some of his strength.
He was able to stand up and then eventually stand on his own. And he was very motivated too. I've never been so impressed by somebody in my entire life.
He's pretty exceptional, that kid.
We were getting our Colton back while we were at Sunny Hill.
He needed to be able to walk with very little assistance. He achieved that after a month of being there.
We thought it could be
Months.
3 months, 6 months, a year. They couldn't tell us. Well, that's one of the reasons why we were so amazed that he recuperated so quickly.
When he was back, Dr. Meckler came in and he, said, "This is why we do what we do."
I think it truly is one of the rare miracles. We were just very fortunate to have everything happen in the right place at the right time.
You get to know these people really well, and they just become a part of you and your extended family in a way.
I have a lot of fun memories there, and they were pretty fun.
Basically, Colton is pretty much your normal active kid.
His big interests are Star Wars, lots of Star Wars, and Lego.
Scale of 1 to 10, I like Lego a 20.
You try not to take things for granted and appreciate, how truly blessed we are. Things can change in just an instant. And the Children's Hospital,
means everything.
They're everything to us. They saved our boy.
We knew from early on that was the only place to go.
It's been so much fun, and now it's the big reveal, our final total. Are you guys all ready to shout out the numbers with us? Yeah, you are. All right.
It's going to get loud.
Let's take a look at the screen. Okay, here we go, everyone. Bring us the numbers.
8, 7, 8, 5, 0, 0. 20! Streamers.
$21 million. All right. You know what? We did it. We've got Dan Wally, the chair of Miracle Weekend, with us. This is your outgoing year as chair of this weekend.
That's incredible.
Just a few words on how this feels.
Unbelievable. The people in the province of BC, the medical care system here at BC Children's, all the volunteers, global, everyone to make this come together is simply fantastic. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for your hard work too, and thank you, British Columbians. This has been such an incredible weekend, as it always is. Well done, BC. Thank you so much for everything. Happy Miracle Weekend!
Thank you.
Angels are smiling, lifted by love, awed by the children, exploring their world of pure innocence, pure love. Mothers and fathers whisper their prayers, take joy in knowing that everyone shares their faith and hope. Lost in their play, through grateful eyes, you can hear them say, thank you all, thank you, thank you all, thank you. Miracles happen with love, and with help from the angel in all. Miracles happen, oh yes they do. Here's hoping someday what happens for you, and peace comes to you from above. Miracles happen with love. Miracles happen with love, and with help from the angel and all of us. Miracles happen, oh yes they do. Here's hoping someday what happens for you, and peace comes to you from above.